Florida blitzed the Crab Five, to put it lightly. They, start the Kevin Willard era elsewhere a little bit earlier, while Texas Tech needed to erase a massive second half deficit against Arkansas to shock John Calipari and the Hogs in overtime. Just a quick note here. 12 teams have won in overtime in the Sweet 16 dating back to 1998. In the following game in the Elite Eight, they are 3-9 against the spread. What do you see in this first matchup with the Florida Gators, potentially getting to a Final Four, building back to those Billy Donovan days? Do you think it's going to be smooth sailing for the one seed?
I do think Florida ends up covering. My one concern is McCaslin is such a great coach and so hard to blow out, but maybe the overtime factor is, hey, we don't have much time to game plan. Quick turnaround, and certainly Texas Tech's front court depth is a huge problem against a Florida team that can go four guys against Toppin and Federico. You can throw Darian Williams at the four, but he is pretty small, and Florida has giants up front. I think that's going to be the ultimate factor in this game. Who does Tech throw on Walter Clayton? That guy's turning into a true March legend right now. Elijah Hawkins is too small. Tech's other guards are frankly a little bit too small for Clayton. Texas's defense is tough, man. Texas Tech's defense is tough. No middle defense, obviously, but Florida can shoot, and they will punish any lapse in defensive rebounding. We saw Texas Tech come out a little bit lackadaisical against Arkansas. That happens again against Florida. They're screwed. So I do lean towards Florida here, 6.5, 7.
Yeah, the Gators are rolling. They're top in offensive momentum per Haslam metric in the rest of the field at this point by a wide margin. They got that UConn scare out of their system, which I think is important, in terms of refocusing them and not having those lulls, because you know what they're going to bring in the last 10 minutes of the game. Because of their depth, they're able to just wear teams out, both from a foul perspective and also just a fatigue perspective. But I think the big storyline here is no Chance McMillan, question mark. I mean, if he does play, trying to gut out an oblique injury is usually a fool's errand. He looked like he was going to play in the last game. He gets into warmups and that flares up a little bit. He brings so much to the table as nearly a 44% shooter from long range, but also the overall spacing. Not only does that help them get better looks for the other, perimeter shooters, but also it opens up some of those entry passes to Toppin on the low block. So I think they're going to have some issues offensively here. I wanted to jump in right away. I got a 5.5. It's up to 6.5 in the market. I would also play the Gators laying 7 in this spot.